Welcome back to the AK Infinity channel. I'm your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity _VVS. Finna be on my pulpit-ish today, man. So today, what we finna preach about, I ain't finna do no preaching, but what we finna talk about today is how to stay out of trouble or how to avoid being in trouble or however you want to word it. Point is staying away from trouble, especially from the laws. I am not here, disclaimer, I am not here to encourage crime. I am not here to encourage illegal activity. What I am here to do is help people not be crash dummies. Cause there's a lot of crash dummies out here, man. Man, I hear a news clip of somebody getting in trouble because they may have just been getting pulled over for speeding. And next thing you know, they mess around and got a couple of felonies because number one, you got contraband paraphernalia in the vehicle, and maybe you got an unregistered firearm in the vehicle with you, when all of that could have been avoided if you was just respecting traffic laws. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, man. I know life is hard sometimes. Sometimes you gotta, inhale a little bit of something that ain't oxygen. I know sometimes you gotta drink a little something that may be a little bit more potent than other things. But if you're gonna do any of that, make sure whenever you're doing it, you're not leaving the crib. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever you at, that's the last spot you at, for the most part. Unless you drinking and you a passenger. If you drinking and driving, you just a literal crash dummy. But it be stuff like that, man. Another thing too is, man, some of y'all be knowing your homeboys are stupid too, man. Some of y'all really not that dumb, but you dumb yourself down with the idiots that you hang around because you want to at least tap into a little bit of that quote unquote coolness in your life because you don't feel like you got it on your own. Man, it ain't cool to be a crash dummy. It ain't. Imagine you innocent than a mug. You really minding your business, you just hanging with the homies. The homies may be a little stupid, they may be a little dumb. You know what I'm saying? They like to get themselves into trouble when they could be avoiding trouble, but they get themselves into it anyway. Y'all hanging out, right? Next thing you know, fight break out. And you in a public space. Or maybe you in an apartment complex and y'all, for whatever reason, grown ass man hanging out outside at the park. You hanging out outside the park with your homeboys, 30, 40, 50 years old. Fight break out between some grown ass men for whatever the hell reason. And now somebody pull that burner out, blicker, in the air. Or somebody get hit. Or you get hit. When all of that could have been avoided had you just not hung around no crash dummies. You can have, I'm not saying don't have crash dummy friends. I'm saying, oh damn, I'm going through a tunnel. This is gonna be an echo. I'm saying limit your interactions with these crash dummy friends you got, that you know because you know they crash. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. You got crash dummy, I got crash dummy homeboys. But I know where not to hang with them. You know what I'm saying? You got a dumb, stupid homeboy that And let's not pretend that some of us don't partake in a little bit of that Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if we in Nevada and we outside, you know what I'm saying, hanging out at in the neighborhood or in the crib, outside the crib, in the backyard, whatever, playing some loud music. All right, because if the neighbors call them people, it ain't no problem if they come over there and they smell a little bit of that ganja. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a problem, right? However, if you in, say, Texas, and you having a little bit of a house party, and there's some partaking going on, and one of your neighbors end up calling 5-0, Johnny Law, they pull up, they smell some of that ganja, man, they finna shut that thing down. Somebody going for a ride tonight, and they're not going home. They going to a 5x8 cell, or 5x6 cell, or whatever the dimensions is. So that's another thing. Be aware of who you hang with. I ain't saying don't hang around your homies. Just know where to hang with them and what to do around them. If you start seeing crash dummy behavior, you better skedaddle your ass up on out of there, because ain't no use in getting yourself caught up in a mix, being part of something that you ain't had no business being part of, because you wanted to be cool, or you wanted to be, in some janky Instagram pictures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why some of y'all don't think that far? Why some of y'all don't think that far? Like, why do some of y'all like to compound the problems that you have, man? What do I mean by compound the problem? Let me give you an example. All right, you got a suspended license. Number one, it's already strike one, but don't nobody know that. And don't nobody gotta know that if you still decide to drive, but you respecting all of the traffic laws. That's just one problem that can be avoided, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But if you got a suspended license and you running stoplights, red lights, speeding, switching lanes without signaling, all of that riffraff and jazz, you know what I'm saying? You compounding the problem, because instead of having no issues, you having double the issues you would have had you just took care of what you can control. And some of y'all not only got a suspended license, not only you be breaking traffic laws with a suspended license, but some of you stupid idiots will sit there partaking in that marijuana while driving. Let me just say this, man. I know somebody gonna get mad at me. I don't care. If you live in a state where, you know what I'm saying, the lemon lime grass is illegal, why are you smoking weed and driving? Why are you that stupid? Like, there's no excuse for that. You either stupid or dumb, maybe a little bit of both, if not all of both. Like, you not well in the head. Clearly, you haven't inhaled enough oxygen in your life, and your brain cells is all fried and retarded. What the hell wrong with you? You smoking weed and driving in a state where weed is illegal. Not only that, you got a suspended license and you breaking traffic laws. Like, why are you stupid? And before anybody say anything, I ain't even named no race. Like, this ain't even a race thing. This is just don't be stupid thing. Really ain't that damn difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't compound the issue, man. Don't compound the issue. You already got a problem. You can control one. You can avoid. Let's say you in a boxing match. All right. Hey, look, I can avoid that big right hand as long as I can make sure I stay out of the reach of that jab. That means he can't jab me, he can't hit me with that right cross. Or he don't know the range, he don't understand the range to hit me with that right cross. You know what I'm saying? My boxing people understand what I'm talking about. I may not be saying it right because I'm tired. But feel what I'm saying and understand. Like this ain't me trying to act like I'm on some high horse or nothing. This is just me giving common sense. This is something I tell to the youth. Like, look, I know you young cats is gonna be stupid at some point in your life. Don't compound your stupidity. Yeah, you young and you dumb, but at least be aware that this is dumb. And if you're trying to increase your longevity, you know, be aware of your stupidity. If you're gonna be dumb at home where nobody else can see it, and it's harder to detect, and you limit your chances of getting yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And let me break it down to a molecule. Let's erase the law from this discussion. Let's break it down to a molecule. Would you advise anybody to smoke a cigarette while pumping their gas? I thought so. You wouldn't. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with pumping gas. And I guess ain't nothing really wrong with smoking cigarettes. But unless you fail science class, you understand fire, flame, gasoline. Oh, fire. All right, come on, bro. You're going to sit there, you're going to explode. You're not only going to kill yourself, which you deserve at that point, but you probably going to blow somebody else up. You know what I'm saying? Be smart. Be smart. And for you young cats out there who decide you want to play the field with these women, I'm going to just say this. Be careful with the type of woman that you play in the field with. If you can't tell that she crazy or not, you might want to move on. Just cut her loose. Or I'll say this. If you trying to break it off with a chick, and you know you stupid, or you know she's stupid, this is what you do. Listen to me close. You get her to break up with you. Because if you break up with her, you just earned yourself a stalker. Especially if you was putting that thingamajig on her. If you putting that thingamajig on her right, yeah, you just earned yourself a stalker. And you deserve whatever happens to you after that. You're supposed to get them to break up with you. Don't compound the problem. 1, she already crazy. 2, you trying to break up with her and leave? Oh, no. That's a wrap for you, buddy. You might as well just call your insurance and tell them, hey, look, next week you're going to hear about my tires being slashed and my windows being broken, my car being scratched up. I'm just letting you know in advance so y'all can go ahead and get that paperwork ready. Because, yeah, I just broke up with this crazy chick and she prone to doing these kind of things. So, yeah. You know what I mean? The only way you can get away with something like that is if you live in one of them buildings where you got a concierge and they got to check in anybody that come in the building. That's the only way you can get away with it. And even then, if she know the places you be frequenting at, well, like I said, call your insurance and let them know ahead of time. Get that paperwork ready. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I know it's been a little bit since I did a video on this channel. Every time I come on here, I'll be saying I'm gonna try to be more active. I'm probably not, but this one was just a little bit on my mind. Cause like I said, I be seeing some of these news stories and I be hearing some stuff through the grapevine. And I'm just like, man, some of y'all just crash dummy USA. Like, how you put yourself in position to be worse off than you already is? Like, come on, bro. You sitting there, you rob a bank without a ski mask on. You already robbing a bank, and you gonna go naked face. All right, bro. You know they got cameras everywhere. All right, bro. You order a pizza and you rob the pizza man. Bro, they got your address. What's wrong with some of y'all, dog? Like, is thinking, do y'all really believe that y'all not ever gonna get caught for nothing? Like, come on, bro. Especially some of y'all that already got a book report for a criminal record. Like, you cannot continue to live your life as foolishly as possible. Bro, you lucky you out and free. You out and free, man, you better reduce your interactions with certain activities and certain people. Because to my earlier point, I might be rambling a little bit, but to my earlier point, a lot of times y'all be getting in trouble behind the people you hang with. It don't even be you. You just be in the area. Or you might be doing something that otherwise you would have gotten away with, but because you hang with crash dummies, you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. If you hang with crash dummies, you by proxy are a crash dummy, because whatever happened to them gonna happen to you too. You in the same car. So, whatever, man. Anyway, it's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity _VVS. I'm gonna try to drop more videos on this channel. I know I promise that every time, like I said. I'm gonna try. Anyway, we out of here.